Hi, welcome to What Food TV. If this is your first time watching us, this is a platform where we demystify, we exemplify, and of course, we simplify elementary mathematics for your understanding. In our last lesson, we talked about the different types of angles. Today, we are going to look at how to calculate missing angles. There are different shapes which comes with different angles. How do we calculate a missing angle in a given shape? That is what we are going to be focused on today, and at the end of the lesson we should be able to calculate the missing angle in any given shape. Before we go into the lesson, I want us to first of all remind ourselves of the various shapes and the total angles. Here is a triangle. A triangle has three sides with three angles. One thing you should take note of is that this angle is always 90 degrees. So you have this as 90 degrees. Let's consider this to be A, this B, and this C. So A plus B plus C will always be equal to 180 degrees. So the total angle in a triangle is always 180 degrees. Let us name this A, B, C, and D. This is a rectangle. And of course, you can also have a square. Or one thing you can note here is that the angles are all right angles. So if all these are 90 degrees, therefore A plus B plus C plus D, the total internal angle will be 360 degrees. Let's look at another shape. This is a circle. We've learned that the total angle in a circle, you can do it this way. If A, B, C, and D are 90 degrees each, it will therefore mean that the total angle in a circle is 360 degrees. We are just reminding ourselves of this because in our last lesson, we did all of this and we calculated to have the total internal angle of each shape. Let's look at another shape, a straight line. With a straight line, the total angle is 180 degrees. The last one, we'll consider a shape with more angles. The red ink is just to indicate the number of sides that this shape has. This is a polygon. To determine the total angle in a polygon, depending on the number of sides, the formula is n minus 2 times 180, where n is equal to number of sides. If in this case we have 8 sides, we will therefore substitute n with the number 8. 8 minus 2 times 180 will be equal to 6 times 180, which is equal to 1080 degrees. If you have other polygons with 7 sides, 6 sides, 9 sides, or 10 sides, you just substitute n with the number of sides, then subtract 2 and multiply by 180, and it will give you the total internal angle of that polygon. Most of what we do now, we'll use it subsequently in lessons to come. So it is always very important to pay close attention into what we do now. This is our first question, and this is a right triangle. The question is, find the missing angle, x. This is x. Total angles in the triangle will be 180. The next thing we have to do here is to identify the sum of given angles. And this is where the trick is. They've given one angle, and one angle is here, and this angle is a right angle. So we learned above here that the right angle, wherever you find it, a right angle is 90 degrees. Therefore, our given angles will be this 54 plus 90 degrees. So the sum of given angles is 154 degrees. Therefore, x, which is the missing angle, will be equal to 180 degrees minus 144 degrees. And this will give us 36 degrees. So this is how you can find the missing angle in a triangle as such. Let's move to the next question. This is a triangle, and here we are asked to find y. One thing we should take note of is that two sides of this triangle are equal. So how do we find the missing side, y, whereas there are two missing sides? Where two sides are equal, the two angles opposite these two sides are equal. That means if this side angle is 85 degrees, therefore this other side is 85 degrees. With this information, we can easily find the missing angle. Total angle is 180 degrees. Sum of given angles is equal to 85 plus 85, 170 degrees. Therefore, y will be equal to 180 degrees minus 170 degrees, which is equal to 10 degrees. Let's move on to the next example. C is a straight line, and this angle is given, while this is missing, and we are asked to calculate angle X. We've learned that in a straight line, the angle is 180, and equally in our last lesson, we learned that angles in a straight line are supplementary. Supplementary means the sum of all these angles should give 180. Total angle is 180 degrees. Given angle is equal to 100 degrees. Therefore, missing angle will be equal to 180 degrees minus 100 degrees, which is equal to 80 degrees. Let's look at the last example for today. Example D is a straight line, and if we are asked to calculate angle Y, it will be simple because you will find what can be added up to 30 to make 180. But here we are asked to calculate X. So we are going to use our knowledge of opposite angles to calculate this. Total angle is 180 degrees. Given angle is 30 degrees. Y will be equal to 180 minus 30, which is equal to 150 degrees. Therefore, X will be equal to 150 degrees. Let me just explain again for the last time. Why is X and Y the same? Y is 150. Automatically, X is equal to 150. X is 150 because X is opposite to Y, and Y is 150. Therefore, X should be 150. If this is understood, then this is what we had for you today. And of course, we believe you've learned a lot as far as missing angles are concerned. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell so that each time we post a video, you'll be notified. Join us in our next lesson where we shall be treating the different types of shapes. See you then. Ciao.